Good morning. Happy hump day, guys. It is Post Check Wednesday. Welcome back to the published authors page. Just real quick, you guys. I want to do that post check. Remember to check on your strong friends. I always tell you guys every week, your strong friends are those people who are always happy-go-lucky. Nothing bothers them. Life is great. And you see them running all the time, grinding. Check on them. Send them a quick little text message. Ask them if they're good. And that's it. Just check on your friends. Check on your strong friends. But yeah, today's post check is real quick and simple, real short and sweet. I'm just recapping episode 7 from the podcast Promoting Positive Mental Health. So if you haven't gone over to Spotify, make sure you go over there and subscribe so you can get notified whenever those episodes come out each week. What I found is that I'm doing them on Mondays now, like dropping them on Mondays. That way I can talk about it on Wednesday during the post check, and then hopefully get you guys to get on over there and check it out. So we're up to episode 7 now. I'm so excited. But yeah, I just want to recap. I kind of talked about what I talked about last week. And even in the post check, I talked about nature versus nurture, and what we're born with versus what we're around in our environment, what influences us, what affects our mental health. And so episode 7, I dove a little bit deeper into the whole nurture side of things. So our surroundings, the environment that you were brought up in. I talk a lot about your household. So that episode, I encourage you to reflect on your childhood and focus on what type of conversations, what was that dialogue in your household, what was the plan for your life, at 18. And I go into detail about being one of 4 kids in my household. We didn't talk about it. It was just an expectation. It was an unspoken expectation that when you turned 18, you just go out into the world. I think culturally there are a lot of families that were like that. It was just that work ethic that they taught. Just get out and work and be a productive citizen. That's it. So there are just so many options though. And so I kind of dig into that. And then I encourage parents, to really have those conversations with your kids on a consistent basis, like pulling out their strengths, and really maximizing on that. Not everyone is going to go to the NFL or the NBA or, going to the big leagues and play baseball or become a doctor or a lawyer. There are just so many other options out there. And I think young people need to know that it's okay to tap into what you're passionate about at a young age, and you have to kind of explore that in order for that to happen. Because even at my age, I would say that 45 years old, I'm just now getting the guts to jump that CEO ship and start my own business, my life coaching. But that was scary. It's very fearful being on my own now because I'm so used to checking in with someone, answering to someone, checking emails, conference calls, but now it's like I'm on my own, I'm building, and I'm just trying to spread that word to younger people that you don't have to wait your entire life to do the things that you're passionate about. You got to be bold. You got to be assertive. So share this with those young people in your lives. It's so important that we pull them up, pull them along, because I've said this before, I think our society is getting so scary. Like social media makes it really hard for our younger people, I think, if they're not keeping those blinders on and staying shielded from that negativity that's out there. I had a great conversation with one of my aunts yesterday, and we talked a lot about self-love. I'm really big on that, really big on my spiritual journey right now, finding myself. Excuse me. And we talked about how important it is to share with the younger people about self-love, earlier in life. At 19 years old, I had no business, making the decisions that I made, thinking I was a full-grown adult and thinking I, knew what I was doing. That catapulted and started the whole snowball effect in my life, And so I try to talk to younger people about slowing it down, especially my son, y'all know Taz, he'll be 22 in a couple of weeks. And it's we have that conversation all the time. Don't rush through this thing called life, based on, like I said, your environment and what you were brought up around. You may have to deprogram yourself, right? You may have to go out and learn some things on your own and teach yourself some things. For me, financial literacy is big. I've had to really do research and learn how to invest my money and make good choices with my money, So there are things that you have to do and be assertive in your life, despite the environment, despite what you lacked per se. So go over to Spotify, check out episode 7. We're going to talk about, like I said, how your environment nurture affects your mental health. And you guys check on your strong friends. I'm going to get going. I'm right at 5 minutes. Have a happy hump day.